What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Howl podcast. I am excited to get this show on the road. My name is Jason. I am going to be your host for tonight. I've got my co-hosts here. We have been working on this for a fat minute, trying to get this started. I can't tell you how many times we have recorded this video. It's been um, besides the point. We're excited. We're excited to have you a part of the show. You guys are part of the family. And get this show on the road if you guys want to introduce yourselves.
My name's Elena, and I'm excited to hear everyone's opinions on their team, the Mountain West. I'm excited to see where it takes us and just the journey in general. I think it's a great opportunity for us to definitely look into all the schools because I know that us being New Mexico fans, I mean, we pay attention, but we don't go into.
We don't know the traditions. We don't know.
Hello everybody, my name is JJ. I'm very excited that we're doing this. I just want to talk more about sports to you guys and know more about sports. So let's get it started.
So to break this podcast down for you guys, this is the Howline. This is going to be everything Mountain West. Little bit Lobos. We're going to sprinkle in some Lobo videos every so often, just because we bleed cherry and silver. That doesn't mean anything to us in the sense of we love the Mountain West. We love all of the members of the Mountain West, current Mountain West, future Mountain West. When the 5 teams leave the Mountain West, we are still going to be covering them just because we love them. As well as we are going to be making this podcast fun, factual, as well as viable. We're going to be doing a lot of prediction videos, prediction for the football season coming up soon. That's going to be our next couple videos. We do hope to be doing some interviews soon down the road with a lot of the schools, doing some with the athletic directors, whether it's the presidents, whether it's the head coaches, whatever it is. We want to get a part of the environment at the Mountain West, get to know about the schools more from their administration. So we're kind of thrilled to do that.
Yes.
For the folks tuning in, what separates us from other podcasts, other sports podcasts?
I think one thing that I know what I would like to hear, and that it's true, is we're real people, real fans. For years, we've held season tickets to football, basketball. We paid attention to the other sports, and I think that's what makes it more relatable because we're not just people in suits talking stats. And while I understand that stats is an important part of it, it's only, a part of it. It's not.
I think that's facts. This space is where we want you guys to feel loved. We want your guys' teams to be represented, whether you're representing the Lobos like us, you're representing Fresno, Boise, you're representing Wyoming, or a part of the new guys that are joining UTEP Grand Canyon. We've got Hawaii as a full member, UC Davis, as well as, big surprise to me, geographically, is Northern Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Illinois is pretty far, though we do got Hawaii, so I mean, both a little bit further distance. I'd like to see how those games go, NIU versus Hawaii, moving, 2-3 time zones. But
that's like geographically, that's the second school. Most of them were all in the Midwest or in the West Coast, so I mean, that's nice. But yeah, no, we can't just travel to Hawaii.
Yeah.
We have to plan it out.
What are you most excited about for this podcast?
And I just love talking about sports. The most part love talking about is I can actually see it on TV. I can actually see it in person instead of watching it on TV. Because I mean, I'm not from here. I'm from Texas. That's my most favorite part about it is I always watch New Mexico on TV, and they're pretty good. And I actually get the experience in person, and that's what I'm most excited about.
He did just move here from Texas, I want to say 6 months ago. We've been going to season tickets. Years we've had season tickets. We've been going to the games for years now. I've been going since I was about 2, 3, 4 years old.
My brother went to UNM, and while he wasn't into sports, I just remember UNM in general being a big part of it. And
Especially
that was back in like 2009.
especially New Mexico. I mean, we got some like minor teams. We got the Isotopes who are to the Rockies, the minor league. We got New Mexico United, but New Mexico doesn't have NFL, NBA. So the Lobos and the Aggies are pretty much big tiers in this state. So that's one thing that I mean a lot of us know is we go to basketball games for fun. We go to football games. But speaking of UNM, we got a lot of UNM decor in the back behind us.
Yes.
We would love to be able to take some of this down. We want to represent your guys' colleges, your guys' teams, as well as apparel. We want to put up some flags, some decor, but we also want to wear shirts that represent Boise State, represent Utah State, represent Grand Canyon, all the teams that are joining, all the teams that are leaving, as well as all the teams that are staying. We want to represent you guys and make you guys feel like your team is being represented and appreciated. So we want to do that too. But drop your favorite team down in the comments, whether your team is in the Mountain West. If you're not a Mountain West fan, your team is in the SEC, Big 10, Big 12, even the Sun Belt. Tell us what your favorite team is and tell us what your favorite Mountain West team is. Those Mountain West team shirts and hats and stuff we'll be wearing in future episodes. So stay tuned for that. But without further ado, I think we should just hop into football, especially since past 2 years and next year is going to be pretty hectic. I mean, last year we lost our 5 teams. We lost Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, San Diego State, and Utah State. But we're also gaining Hawaii as a full member.
Mm-hmm.
Northern Illinois is a football only. UC Davis and Grand Canyon has all sports except for football. And the only football full member that we're adding is UTEP.
Yes.
I can tell you I have a special place in my heart for UTEP.
That's where your family is from?
My mom's side of the family's from New Mexico, generations New Mexicans, but my dad's side of the family is from El Paso. So having that small connection to El Paso and UTEP, I'm definitely excited to go to some games down at down in El Paso and down bringing them down here. That's something that I'm excited to do too. Is go out to those other stadiums, going out to other arenas, and whether it's Boise going to Albertson Stadium, Maverick Stadium down in Logan, even Allegiant Stadium. That one's going to be fun going to UNLV where the Raiders play. We definitely are excited to get that started and go out to see your guys' team and support you guys, as well as also, especially if they're playing our Lobos, go to see them playing our Lobos. But Elena, speaking of those teams joining and leaving, what do you feel the direction of the Mountain West is going? How do you feel about the teams leaving, the teams joining?
I mean, I think for New Mexico, because we're already in such a smaller conference and such a small state, with those teams leaving, it gave us more of a national fleet, and I mean, that's great. But I think new year, new rivals, definitely gives us a chance to, and for those teams that are leaving, it gives everyone a chance to kind of have like a clean slate and hopefully see some of the skills that may have been just not noticeable come out more. And yeah, just overall exciting times, new times.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, one thing that surprised me that I'm going to kind of pull out of nowhere is Bronco Mendenhall. We had him last year. He left. Very surprised he stayed in the Mountain West, but he left for Utah State. So I think it's coming into sleepers of the Mountain West, I believe Utah State is going to be a sleeper. They've got a good coach. We've seen it firsthand. But also Jason Eck. Jason Eck is, I believe, a sleeper as well. I'm excited to see him play here, see how he goes with his team, and who do you guys think are going to be the sleepers?
I think Air Force. I know that they're in a different situation than us because they're technically part of the military and stuff. They have a different process, but I know for years they've been up and down, so I'd love to see them finally get in the spotlight like they deserve. And
what about you, JJ?
Easy. I think San Jose State. They like to play through, and they'll come out and surprise us.
And San Jose State they go on and off every so often, but they are a really good team. But when it comes to sleepers, I agree with you as well. Air Force being a military institute, it's going to be a little bit harder for them to get the good players that all the other teams are getting because they have to enlist in the Air Force. But in the end of the day, I think they'll do great as well.
Yeah.
But I think it's time for us to wrap first episode. I want to bring us back to what the Howl Line is. The Howl Line isn't just a podcast. This is going to be a movement for all Mountain West fans, all Mountain West supporters, whatever team you're representing, the legacies of the programs, or even just as newcomers. We consider you a part of the pack, and we're building a space to where you matter, your team matters, your voice matters, and your energy matters. So we want to hear from you, your takes, your rants, as well as your predictions on anything Mountain West. What you want us to do in the future of videos. Shoot us a DM. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, on X, and tag us in your game day picks. We'd love to see your game day picks. We are going to feature fan shoutouts every week. We're going to pick maybe some two to five fans to shout out in the beginning of the videos every week. So excited to do that.
Also, I want to throw this in there. Send us y'all's stuff, hat, hoodies, or stuff like that. I mean, because we can always cover our wall here.
We'd love to see like a Hawaii flag or even an Air Force flag. Just anything. I mean, I think Mountain West is great at holding traditions. We have Hawaii. We have New Mexico. That's deeply Native American and Hispanic roots. So I think it would be cool to see even just some of that simple traditional stuff.
And like just support you guys. That's our thing.
I think that just about does it for us. Follow us on social media. We have
we have X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We'll put them down in the description below. Make sure to follow us, support us. Again, this is just the beginning. Got a lot more coming. Excited to get this done. Excited to be a part of all of this, and we're excited to have you a part of the pack. We appreciate you guys watching. And
yeah, one more thing I gotta say. Boise State, watch out.
So, if you're still here, we want to thank you. Again, please follow, like, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night, wonderful week, and we will see you in the next episode. Go Mountain West, as well as I gotta say it myself. Go Lobos.